The lights dimmed, the cameras cut, and just when everyone thought the drama was over, that's when it happened. A storm erupted backstage that nobody saw coming. Mendeecees Harris and Yandy Smith, the couple fans once called unshakable, went head-to-head in a shocking blow-up so fierce, so raw, that even the love and hip-hop producers froze in disbelief. This wasn't just a spat. This was a full-blown war. Whispers started with crew members rushing in, but within minutes, phones were out, clips were rolling, and Twitter was on fire. Witnesses say Yandy's voice sliced through the chaos. "You embarrassed me in front of the world." While Mendeecees fired back with accusations that left the entire cast gasping. And then the shove. The moment that changed everything. Caught on shaky iPhone footage, replayed a million times before the night was over. Castmates looked stunned. Fans were divided. And the internet crowned it the most jaw-dropping backstage scandal in love and hip-hop history. But here's the kicker: what triggered it wasn't just about love or loyalty. Sources close to the show hinted something deeper. Secrets, betrayals, allegations that could shatter not just their marriage, but their reputations forever. And the question burning on everyone's mind: was this the final crack in the facade? Or just the beginning of a scandal big enough to tear the entire cast apart? Stay locked in, because the truth behind this fight is messier than anyone imagined. The tension backstage didn't just erupt, it detonated like a ticking time bomb everyone ignored until it was too late. For weeks, maybe even months, little cracks had been forming between Mendeecees Harris and Yandy Smith. Fans had whispered, blogs had speculated, and castmates had side-eyed the couple during filming. But nobody expected the entire illusion of their solid relationship to shatter in one night. In front of the cameras, and worse, behind them. It began with an argument during the taping of a reunion segment. On stage, the couple had exchanged tense glances, but they kept it professional, smiling and holding back. But once the cameras cut and the cast was ushered into the green room, all hell broke loose. Yandy, sources say, was seething. Her voice rang out first, clear and cutting. "You embarrassed me in front of everybody again." Witnesses described her standing with her arms folded, fury radiating off her. Mendeecees didn't back down. He snapped back instantly. "Embarrassed you? You've been playing this role for the cameras, acting like the perfect wife, when you know the truth." The cast froze. Some thought it was just another stage spat until the volume went up. The words got sharper and the air turned electric with real rage. Within seconds, security was called, but the damage was already happening. Yandy reportedly accused Mendeecees of lying to producers, of painting her as controlling when she was the only one holding the family together. It's Mendeecees. His face, red with anger, fired back that Yandy had made deals behind his back and was using the marriage to stay relevant. The words cut deeper than fans could imagine, especially when castmates realized the couple wasn't just fighting about that night. They were ripping open years of bottled-up resentment. And then came the shove. One eyewitness claims Mendeecees stepped too close, pointing his finger inches from Yandy's face. She smacked his hand away. The crowd gasped. Another source insists it wasn't violent, it was heated, but no one was hurt. Still, the optics were undeniable. Yandy, tears brimming in her eyes, shoving his hand aside as crew members rushed between them. Phones were already out, fingers tapping record, and within minutes, blurry footage surfaced on Twitter. The clip was chaotic, but the audio was clear enough. Yandy screaming, "I built this. You wouldn't even have a platform without me." Followed by Mendeecees' chilling retort, "At least I don't fake my loyalty." The cast, jaws dropped, watched in stunned silence. Erica Mena was spotted with her mouth literally hanging open. Safari reportedly muttered, "Yo, this is bad. Real bad." The footage went viral faster than anyone could blink. Hashtags exploded. Hashtag YandyYVs Mendeecees. Hashtag Backstage Blowup. Hashtag LHH Scandal. Within hours, the internet had split into factions. Team Yandy painted her as the long-suffering wife finally standing up for herself, while Team Mendeecees argued he was finally telling his truth, after years of playing the dutiful husband. But the real chaos came from the second leak, an audio recording, longer and uncut, hit the blogs. This wasn't just a fight, it was a confession booth with no cameras. In the leaked tape, Mendeecees accused Yandy of making secret side deals with producers to keep her storyline fresh, even at his expense. "You let them clown me on TV just to make yourself look strong," he spat. Yandy's voice cracked as she fired back. "I held this family down while you were gone. Don't you dare make me the villain now." Fans lost their minds. Was Yandy exploiting Mendeecees for clout? Or was she simply fighting to protect her family while he dragged her reputation through the mud? The cast couldn't believe it either. Insiders claim Sin Santana pulled Yandy aside afterward, trying to comfort her, while Mendeecees stormed out with cameras chasing him down the hallway. Producers, terrified of a PR nightmare, reportedly debated whether to scrap the entire reunion episode or lean into the scandal. But by then, the story had already slipped out of their control. Twitter threads began dissecting every line, every word. Fans dug up old clips from past seasons where Yandy and Mendeecees looked strained, claiming the signs were always there. Some even pointed to interviews where Mendeecees seemed checked out, hinting that his patience with the reality TV grind was wearing thin. Others pulled up Yandy's old posts, noting the sudden lack of pictures with her husband in recent months, but nothing stung more than the celebrity reactions. Cardi B, who once shared the love and hip-hop stage, tweeted, "All I'm saying is, you can't be real on TV if you fake off it." Boom. Tamar Braxton chimed in with a cryptic Instagram story. "The truth always slips out when emotions run high. Protect your peace, sis." Even 50 Cent, never one to miss a messy moment, posted a meme of Mendeecees with the caption, "When you realize the reunion is more lit backstage than on TV." Fans howled, and the fire spread further. Meanwhile, Yandy stayed mostly silent until she didn't. Late that night, she posted a cryptic Instagram story, a picture of her hand, bare of any rings, with the caption, "Some things can't be fixed." The internet exploded. Was that confirmation of a breakup? Or just a moment of hurt? Mendeecees, on the other hand, went live-drunk, disheveled, and furious. He ranted about false narratives, about not letting producers play him anymore, and about being tired of the lies. His words were slurred, his anger palpable, and the comments section turned into a digital battlefield. Some fans begged him to log off, others egged him on, and a few screen-recorded every second, ensuring it would live forever. By morning, blogs were calling it the Backstage betrayal. TMZ hinted that producers might actually air some of the unseen footage. Fans speculated that divorce papers were already being drawn up. And just when the fire seemed to peak, another leak dropped. This time was alleged DMS between Mendeecees and another woman. Screenshots, unverified but damning, suggested late-night conversations, heart emojis, and even promises of flying her out. Fans screamed. Yandy's defenders claimed the receipts were fake, planted to smear her husband. Mendeecees supporters said it was old news meant to distract from Yandy's power plays. But either way, the scandal was now a full-blown inferno. The cast, caught in the crossfire, couldn't hide their shock. Some tried to distance themselves while others leaned in, teasing cryptic posts of their own. Erica Mena tweeted, "Woo, chilly." Backstage was a whole other show. Safri posted laughing emojis. Even Rich Dollaz hinted on IG Live, "Y'all don't even know half of it." The internet couldn't get enough. And the question became louder than ever. Was this just a fight toward the beginning of the end? For Mendeecees and Yandy's marriage, their brand, and their place on Love and Hip Hop, the dust hadn't even settled from the viral Backstage clip when the scandal erupted into something much darker, more personal, and absolutely impossible to contain. If the first blow-up was the spark. This was the wildfire tearing through reputations. Friendships and family bonds like dry grass in a heat wave. By the next morning, blogs weren't just reporting on a fight. They were dissecting every frame of the leaked footage, amplifying every word of the uncut audio, and blasting headlines that screamed betrayal, infidelity, and the collapse of one of reality TV's most iconic couples. And just when people thought it couldn't get messier, it did. Mendeecees Yandy's foster daughter went live on Instagram and dropped a bombshell. Her words were sharp, cutting through speculation like glass. "Y'all keep acting like you know the truth, but I was there. I heard everything. And trust me, this marriage been over. They've just been frontin' for the cameras." The comments section exploded instantly. Viewers clipped the live, spreading it across Twitter and TikTok within minutes. Mendeecees hinted at secrets Yandy didn't want revealed and accused Mendeecees of never stepping up for the kids the way he portrayed on TV. It was raw, unfiltered, and devastating. Yandy responded with a carefully worded post later that day. "When you've sacrificed everything for your family, you don't need validation from strangers. The truth will speak for itself." No names, no direct call-out, but everyone knew who she was talking about. And then came Mendeecees' turn. A black and white photo of him standing alone, captioned, "Sometimes loyalty is louder than love. Don't confuse the two." His words hit the internet like gunfire. Fans debated nonstop. Was he implying Yandy never truly loved him, only played the part? Or was it a cryptic admission of his own guilt? Cast members couldn't resist jumping in. Erica Mena tweeted, "Ain't nothing worse than pretending. Keep it real with yourself first." Sin Santana countered with a defense of Yandy. "I've seen that woman fight for her family harder than anyone. Don't let the noise fool you." Rich DeLaw stirred the pot even more, telling fans on IG Live, "This ain't even half of what went down. The cameras didn't catch the real dirt. Producers been protecting people for years." His statement lit a fire under the fandom. What exactly was being hidden? Who had been shielded? Behind the scenes, panic spread through the production team. Executives argued furiously about whether to bury the reunion episode or air it with edits. Some worried about lawsuits, others saw nothing but ratings gold. According to one insider, the network was in full-blown crisis mode. Then came the next wave: alleged cheating receipts. Screenshots began circulating, supposedly showing Mendeecees in private conversations with another woman. This time, it wasn't just a moja set, was hotel confirmations, Uber receipts, and timestamps that lined up suspiciously with filming breaks. Blogs plastered the screenshots everywhere. Headlines screamed, "Mendeecees caught cheating during reunion," and Yandy's heartbreak exposed. Mendeecees tried to shut it down fast, hopping on IG Live with visible anger. "Those receipts are fake. I know exactly who's behind it. Y'all think I'm sloppy like that? Stop playing with me." But his denial didn't matter once the narrative takes hold online. It's nearly impossible to stop. Fans flooded comment sections with memes, side-eyes, and reminders that the internet never lies. His image as the devoted husband was crumbling piece by piece. Yandy's silence on the cheating claims made things even louder. Fans speculated that she was building up to a devastating reveal of her own. And then, a voice note leaked. An anonymous tipster gave it to a gossip page, claiming it was Yandy venting to a close friend. The audio was grainy, but the words were unmistakable. "I stayed with him for the kids, for the brand. But I can't keep carrying this dead weight forever." The internet went nuclear. Was this proof that Yandy had been acting married for years just to protect the empire they'd built together? Meanwhile, social media split into warring camps. TikTok stitched together clips of Mendeecees looking detached during past seasons. Captioned, "He'd been checked out." Others showed Yandy in old episodes clashing with castmates, branding her calculated and controlling. Reaction videos flooded YouTube. Memes dominated Twitter. Instagram timelines were nothing but reposts of the drama. The cruelest part was the kids being dragged into the chaos. Fans begged the couple to protect the children as Infinity's comments resurfaced again and again. A heartbreaking thread went viral. One fan writing, "We all loved them because they represented family. Now the family looks broken and it's sad to watch." But just when it seemed the scandal had peaked, another bomb dropped. A full 3-minute backstage video surfaced, clearer and longer than the blurry clip that started it all. This time, nothing was left to speculation. Mendeecees could be heard shouting, "You don't love me. You love what I do for you." Yandy, shaking and near tears, screamed back, "You were never faithful. Not once. And now everybody knows." The video showed chaos in full. Cast members frozen, some covering their mouths, others trying to intervene. Security guards rushing into frame. The camera shaking as someone tried to hide their phone but couldn't resist recording. The rawness was undeniable. And so was the final line. Yandy, her voice breaking, shouting, "This marriage is done." The clip spread like wildfire, posted on Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked, and every gossip account in existence. Within hours, it had millions of views. Thousands of comments poured in, fans demanding answers, castmates retreating into silence, and the network reportedly pulling producers into emergency meetings. Mendeecees vanished from social media completely, deleting posts and going ghost. Yandy stayed quiet too. But the absence only made the speculation worse. By the end of the night, one truth was undeniable. The scandal wasn't just a fight. It was the public collapse of a marriage, the unraveling of a brand, and the most explosive love and hip-hop drama in years. And the question that haunted fans everywhere was simple. If this was what we saw, what secrets were still waiting to be revealed? The internet was still reeling from the leaked 3-minute backstage video when the scandal spiraled into territory no one thought possible. It wasn't just reality TV gossip anymore. It was headlines, lawsuits, career fallout, and a couple's entire legacy going up in flames before millions of eyes. The first sign that things were turning deadly serious came from the network itself. Rumors leaked that VH1 executives had held emergency meetings. Half the team wanted to bury the reunion episode to protect the brand, while the other half argued that the chaos was ratings gold. The leaked video had already racked up millions of views across blogs and fan pages, so one insider admitted, "Even if we cut it, the streets already got it. There's no going back." The producers were stuck between ethics and opportunity. Meanwhile, Yandy and Mendeecees had gone silent on social media. And silence in this type of storm only makes the thunder louder. Bloggers began speculating that lawyers were involved. Some claimed Yandy was preparing legal documents to protect herself and the kids. Others whispered that Mendeecees was threatening defamation suits against the blogs, publishing fake receipts of his alleged affairs. The tension wasn't just personal anymore, it was legal. Then came the celebrities. Cardi B, who had already thrown shade earlier, doubled down with another tweet. "Sometimes you gotta leave a man exactly where he's at, stuck in his lies." Tamar Braxton went live, cryptically hinting that reality TV is built on covering up the real mess until it explodes. And 50 Cent, never missing a chance to stir drama, posted another meme, this time showing a broken wedding cake with the caption, "Yandy said the marriage is done. So who keeping the storyline?" His post alone got over 500,000 likes in under 2 hours. The online reaction was savage. Fans who once adored Yandy and Mendeecees as a strong couple now saw cracks everywhere. Threads popped up, pulling receipts from old seasons, showing moments when Mendeecees looked distant or Yandy looked fed up. Fans captioned the clips with, "We missed the signs and they've been over." The illusion of their perfect couple image was completely shattered. Then, as if the fire wasn't raging enough, another leak dropped, a series of emails allegedly between Mendeecees and a show producer. In them, he complained about his storyline being watered down and begged to be portrayed in a more positive light. He even accused Yandy of manipulating the narrative to make herself look like the hero. The emails weren't confirmed, but they spread like wildfire, and fans couldn't resist dissecting every word. Was Mendeecees being played by production? Or was this his desperate attempt to dodge accountability? Yandy's silence broke days later with a single Instagram post that sent shockwaves across the fandom. A polished professional photo of her with the caption, "Strength is built in silence. Truth doesn't need a mic." Within minutes, her comments section filled with praise, support, and accusations. Some fans saw it as proof she was preparing to leave Mendeecees officially. Others accused her of dodging accountability, branding her the Queen of Spin. Mendeecees clapped back hours later, this time through a live stream that looked more like a breakdown than a response. He ranted about betrayal, about being played for a storyline, and even claimed Yandy never truly loved him, only what the cameras gave. His voice cracked as he yelled. They wanted a perfect couple, but real life ain't perfect. Real life is pain. His rant was clipped, reposted, and ridiculed by fans who said he sounded more bitter than honest. But the most shocking moment came not from them, but from another leak, one that nobody saw coming. Legal documents surfaced, allegedly showing that Yandy had met with lawyers months prior to discuss separation. The timing made fans wonder if she had been planning her exit long before the Backstage blow-up. Blogs ran with the narrative, Yandy's secret plan to leave was the Backstage fight the final straw. The children, once again, were pulled into the spotlight. Infinity went live again, visibly emotional, saying, "All I ever wanted was peace in this family. But people don't even know half of what I've seen." Her words cut deep, and fans begged her to stop speaking publicly to avoid further trauma. But the damage was done. The family wasn't just fractured, it was bleeding out in public. As all this unfolded, the fandom fractured further. Some stood firm on Team Yandy, praising her strength and calling her a survivor of betrayal. Others rode for Mendeecees, painting him as a man crushed by a woman who used him for clout. And then there were those who turned on both, disgusted that their children were being dragged into the flames of their downfall. And just when it seemed like the scandal had peaked, one final twist dropped that sent the internet into total chaos. An anonymous blog released what it called the ultimate receipt, an audio recording allegedly of Mendeecees admitting to a past affair with someone connected to the show. In the recording, a voice that sounded like him said, "Yeah, I messed up, but I never thought she'd find out." The clip ended abruptly, but it was enough to ignite a frenzy. Fans screamed betrayal. Castmates who had stayed quiet suddenly began posting cryptic quotes about truth and karma. The network stayed completely silent, refusing to confirm or deny anything. And Yandy, she posted nothing, no response, no denial, no confirmation. Her silence became the loudest noise of all. By the week's end, the scandal had grown bigger than Love and Hip Hop. Mainstream outlets picked it up, branding it one of the most shocking reality TV meltdowns in years. Headlines declared the couple finished, and fans speculated about divorce lawsuits, and even cast removals. And then came the cliffhanger nobody was ready for. A mysterious Instagram account claiming to be a former insider promised to drop the truth about everything in 48 hours. Their first post showed a blurred-out photo of documents and the caption, "What you saw backstage was only the beginning. The real betrayal hasn't even come out yet." The internet froze. Was it fake? Was it real? Nobody knew, but everyone was hooked. Because if the leak so far had been devastating, what could possibly be worse? The couple that once symbolized love, family, and resilience was now reduced to hashtags, memes, and speculation. Their marriage, once celebrated on national TV, now hung by a thread. Fans were divided, producers were terrified. Celebrities were laughing. The world was waiting for the next bomb to drop. And as the countdown to the insider's promised truth bomb ticked away, one question echoed louder than the rest. Was this the end of Mendeecees and Yandy, or just the start of the ugliest chapter yet? And if you think the nightmare is over, think again, because the biggest bombshell hasn't even dropped yet. Right now, as you're watching this, the so-called insider is counting down the hours until they release the next set of receipts. And let's be real, when that truth hits, it's going to blow up everything we thought we knew about Mendeecees and Yandy. Why? So the real question is, are you going to be late to the fire, scrambling through secondhand posts? Or are you going to be right here with us front row watching it unfold in real time? Because this isn't just gossip anymore. This is history in the making. And missing a single detail could mean missing the twist that changes everything. That's why you need to hit that like button until it breaks. Smash subscribe right now because the next chapter is about to drop, and if you blink, you'll miss it. And don't just sit back in the comments and sound off. Whose side are you on? Did Yandy outsmart everyone? Or is Mendeecees finally being exposed for who he really is? Are we watching a breakup, a cover-up, or both? Your voice matters here. Because this isn't just a show anymore, it's a movement. It's a meltdown. It's the kind of scandal people will be talking about for years. So lock in, like, comment, subscribe. Because when the next bombshell drops, so I want to say you were here first. You were here first.